here, aka Professional High Priestess. And listen, I just wanted to put out a quick channeled message for you all, okay? So, please excuse me. Earlier today, I talked about on my channel in regards to needing to read books, right? And how a lot of these karmics need to get deeper into reading books, studying knowledge, and things like that, and staying out of low vibrational fuckery. And I say that because in my opinion so let me just backtrack, and I say that because not because to be elitist, no, not to be elitist, like you need to get a degree and you need to go to school, you're not shit, no, because I know a lot of people who are very educated and knowledgeable and have a lot of wisdom, and they self-studied, but the attainment of knowledge is all a part of a spiritual path. And I've been reading a lot lately Bhagavad Gita, and it was so crazy how this book keeps on coming back to me because someone gifted me a Bhagavad Gita and I kept it on my bookshelf. And then I was like walking somewhere, and then the Most High put Bhagavad Gita in my path. And then the other day I was out and about somewhere, and this lady, like this older woman, gifted me a whole Bhagavad Gita set with a book with John Lennon wrote a book about Bhagavad Gita because he very much followed Bhagavad Gita. You guys also know that Waka Flocka follows Bhagavad Gita very, very heavily. Yeah, Waka Flocka is a Hindu. He sure is a fucking Hindu. He's an Arjuna. He's an Arjuna for sure. So in the Bhagavad Gita, it talks about if you want a connection to the Most High, if you want a connection to Krishna, which is what they would consider God, but Krishna has a wife, right? If you want a connection to Krishna, which would be the equivalent of like the Most High God in the Jewish pantheon, or Yahweh in the Jewish pantheon. If you want a connection, you need to attain knowledge, and the attainment of knowledge is how you get closer to Krishna, closer to God. And in the Bhagavad Gita even said, if you want to know the planets and you want to know the entities that live in the planets, and the spirits that live in those planets, you have to know me, you have to know God. You have to. And as I every night I read the Bhagavad Gita. I read a couple pages from the Bhagavad Gita every night. And in that, it really talks about like why it's important to train your mind, why it's important to attain knowledge and wisdom and all those different things, why it's important to study. And for some of you guys who are like, all I need to do is meditate and do my spiritual work. No, you also need to study. You need to read. You need to also go through different like activities and practices and things like that, like to train your mind to see if the knowledge and the studying is matching up with like, let's say for instance, like you take a test or a quiz or something. That doesn't necessarily prove like your skill set, right? But it can help you understand where you're at and where you still need to go. And you want to know what's so funny? There's a sign right across from me that says Rumi. Okay, so I was like, I know I'm right on point. So for those of you who are on your spiritual path and on your spiritual journey right now, there's a need to really get into your studying, right? So maybe it's every night you're reading a different page from a different text, or you're studying some type of spiritual practice or something like that. The book club or whatnot, you're studying the books that you get on the book club, or you guys have your own bookshelves, or you have your own books. A 111 powerful. You have your own book clubs, or you have your own books. You have your own bookshelf, and you're going to be reading a couple books from that every night, just to get closer to your knowledge and your wisdom. Because by getting closer to that knowledge and the wisdom is how you fully understand the Most High God. That's why when I talk about keys to the streets and spirituality, you guys see me, I'm not a religious fanatic, but I for sure have a connection. But that's also, I develop that connection through the attainment of knowledge as well as the attainment of wisdom, right? So that's where the self-help books and stuff like that, the transcendental books and all that type of stuff come in, because knowledge is different from wisdom. I know a lot of people who are knowledgeable, but they don't got no wisdom. It's a difference. So in order for being an Arjuna, and in the Hindu pantheon, an Arjuna is somebody who's is a devotee. They devote their life to studying and to attaining spiritual knowledge and wisdom and stuff like that. An Arjuna is somebody who studies both wisdom and knowledge. All right. By the way, I changed my name. My new name is Arjuna. You can call me Daisy, but my new name is Arjuna. So my name is Arjuna Daisy Agugwa Dume B Ozum, okay? So you guys can call me Arjuna. So now, what did we talk about with this attainment of knowledge? Okay, Daisy, but I don't want to be hella heady. I don't want to be chasing degrees and things like that. It's not about chasing degrees. It's not about chasing paper. But going through those different processes by attaining those degrees, is also a part of the process of getting closer, because even those of you who guys have gone to school, you know that you have to have a certain level of discipline and like some type of spiritual like restraint or something like that to succeed in getting your degree or something like that. It's not an easy process, right? But that also helps you build spiritual strength and muscle and things like that for other things going on in your life, right? Because you learn, okay, I need to go and study, I need to sit down, I need to do this. You learn that, okay, I need to sit down to meditate, I need to sit down to do this and this and that in other areas of your life spiritually. It's 144 likes as I say that. So Arjuna is from Hindu. Yes, it is. Exactly. That's what I just said. Arjuna is a devotee. Okay. So a lot of you guys are going to be going into your Arjuna state where you're going to also be meditating and going into your spiritual knowledge and doing your baths and all that type of stuff and praying and doing your prostrations, but you're also going to be going into deep knowledge and studying. You need both, because lack of wisdom will get you into knowledge, and that's how you turn into a karmic. That's what's wrong with these karmics. They don't have wisdom. They have knowledge or they have access to shit, but they don't have wisdom. That's why I said today on my channel messages, the stay in your lane, go read a book. Because in going into that knowledge and studying and reading and things like that, it changes your mind, it changes your thought process. Okay? Yeah, it's not just about the degrees, it's about the priceless knowledge that you attain. Exactly. A lot of you guys are going to be going back to school. You are. You guys are going to be going back to school for maybe a certificate, maybe your AA, maybe your GED, maybe your diploma, maybe your master's or your PhD, whatever it is. A lot of you guys are going to be going back into that because it's a part of your spiritual process. Yes, some of you guys need to get your MSW. Yeah, some of you guys need to get your physician's assistant. Maybe some of you guys need to get your CNA or some type of certificate that it can help you unlock doors. And with the North Node in Gemini, you know, the North Node, Gemini is all about teaching and learning. A lot of that energy is in the air right now. And as I was reading the Bhagavad Gita last night, it was saying, in order to know me, you must also know knowledge. In order to know, if you want to know me, you need to know the planets. Yeah. So this is all a part. This is all a part of you guys' spiritual development. Reading these different books, taking time to study. You know, setting time aside to study and get deeper into knowledge and wisdom and things like that. Different books, even documentaries and all that type of stuff. Listening to different scholars on YouTube. All of that. That's a part of your process. Some of you guys, Divine Feminines, I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys are so smart, so smart, wicked smart, and you need to tap into that. That's a part of your spiritual process. All right, you guys. So that's what I had to tell you guys. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.